So here's another question I get very, very often, which is, Frank, can everybody practice magic? And the answer must be 100% clear: no, they can't. Just like not everybody can have a six pack, not everybody can get rich, not everybody can be exceptional. By definition, exceptional things such as changing physical reality through non-physical means, through the manipulation of energy and non-physical forces, is exceptional. That is not something that most people will be able to do. Therefore, it is impossible for most people. But the Grail of the Serpent was never created for most people. I made that clear many, many, many times. The Grail of the Serpent and my teachings are for the people that actually want to get results. Now, I understand that most people don't want results. They might think that they want results. However, subconsciously they're sabotaging themselves from getting the results because there are irrational fears in their way. It almost seems as if people talk about witchcraft, they philosophize about it, they speak of possible implications, but at the same time their speech reeks of fear of the possibility of witchcraft and the rituals actually working, which is kind of funny. But that's the way of the world, and this phenomenon is not limited to the esoteric arts. This is a phenomenon that's universal. It is a fact that most people are mediocre, and it is a fact that most people will never do anything exceptional. They're born for the normal life, and that's what it is. And that's fine. Now here's what you need for real witchcraft. The force that has allowed royalty to reign, has allowed emperors and conquerors to take large portions of the world, has allowed countless people to succeed in this life. Now, what do you need in order to wield this force of magic? The first thing, you need to be able to control the state of your consciousness. You must be the master of your focus and what state your mind is in. What is the definition of a state of consciousness? A state of consciousness is best defined as your state of awareness. Because if your consciousness changes, your awareness changes. And it can either expand or it can contract. So in that sense, it is similar to a perspective on the world. The state of consciousness that you need to take on for witchcraft and to begin to manipulate these energies is an expanded state, expanded from 3D dimensional consciousness, expanded from dealing with physical objects and beginning to experience and feel energy. At that point, you are in touch with a dimension, so to speak, with a level of reality that is beyond and as such superior to the physical world. Because one of the occult or esoteric principles is that the subtle worlds dominate and control what happens in the physical world. It is as if in these subtle worlds, blueprints are created that structure and organize the more dense, coarse worlds. When you are able to tap into this other dimension, when you're able to tap into higher awareness and learn how to then manipulate the forces, the energies that exist there, you will be able to create blueprints that will then accumulate energy and allow certain physical events and physical objects to appear and to be created in the physical world. There will be no mundane way to trace this creation back to you. The only person that's going to know is you, as well as your notes in the diary. But outside of that, there is no witness. You must understand that these energies require force to be directed and to reshaped. And this force is the force of concentration. Now, concentration, that's another big deal, which is usually never defined, but it's one of the key components, one of the main components in your craft, in your practice of witchcraft. What is concentration? Your awareness has to be focused on the object of concentration. It must in fact merge with the object of concentration. What does that mean? It makes a difference whether you talk to someone and your mind is wandering and is entertaining different thoughts and is maybe, contemplating the future, the past, or is thinking about another person, versus you actually speaking to the person and your complete awareness being focused on the person, you see. This is what actually directs energy. Your awareness must be on the person. Even if you look at something and your awareness, your spirit, your mind is not on the thing, there will be no energy transferred. This force, the force that transfers this energy, your attention, your focus, is called Gi in Tai Chi. It is the force of Gi. And this Gi needs to be focused and aimed at and rested upon the object of concentration. And at that point, non-physical forces, subtle energy, Qi, will be directed towards the object of concentration. This is also how you create a psychic link with an individual. If you want to affect somebody psychically, all you need is your awareness withdrawn from the 3D world and completely focused on the individual that you want to affect. And then you keep your focus there. So concentration is the ability to completely put your attention on the object of concentration, as well as keeping it there. Because the longer you can keep it on the object of concentration, the more energy naturally will flow towards the object of concentration, you see. This is also the principle behind what you focus on, you will manifest and attract. However, most people will never train their mind to the point where they're actually going to be able to manifest. They will never do that, guaranteed. How do I know? Most people are average, and they will not do it. The next thing that you need is imagination. But the imagination is a byproduct of the concentration. And let me explain to you what I mean. You are part of all kinds of different levels of reality. Something that is imagined is real as physical objects, just not as dense. It's just more subtle. Remember that you condense things down from the subtle into the physical. A pure thought and an idea is real, however, it is just subtle. When you keep your concentration on it, it must condense down into a concrete image and picture. See, information density, which is a detailed image and picture of what it is that you want to create, is equal to energy density. The more energy is in something, the more dense it is. So, by you keeping your attention on object of desire, automatically it will accumulate energy and it will create a clear representation of what it is that you want to attract, create, manifest. And this is how you take charge and control over this non-physical reality. You will be able to create blueprints, and these blueprints, solid enough, fed enough energy, will rearrange and influence the physical world to bring you what it is that you want and to create manifestations and circumstances that you want. Does everybody have this ability? Potentially, yes. But very few people will be able to develop this potential. There are no genetic factors. You don't have to be born into a lineage or family. It might help. I've been born into a lineage. Maybe it helps. I don't know. I don't even know. But I know that a lot of people who have not been born in a lineage of magicians are able to do that. Therefore, I mean, it just takes one person to disprove that argument. And there are many, many, many who have disproven that. So fuck that argument. All that it is, you have to earn this power. If you're willing to do that, you're in the right place. You're in the Grail of the Serpent. And you can access my courses. You can study with me. You can even, after a while, request access to my order. But my order is very, very, very hard to get into. So remember, there are only very few factors. And these factors honed are the skills necessary to create magic and witchcraft. And then you take those and conquer any system. The problem is, nobody talks about these things. Everybody talks about the subtleties and then the intricacies of different systems. And I tell you why, because most people don't want you to learn that stuff. They want to lie to you. And they want to keep profiting off of you. Some of them are so full of shit they even believe in their own delusions. And that's fine. Let them live their delusions. I don't care. I chose a long time ago to be and maintain the voice of truth in this game. I'm not here to lie to anyone. I don't want to. I despise the liars. I despise the fakes. And I walk in truth. Because I can, motherfucker, because I can. Come to the Grail of the Serpent if this message resonates with you. If not, you're lost anyways. Click the link in the description under this video to access the complete collection of Magick Mentor. More than 250 lessons on witchcraft that will take you from complete beginner to skilled magician. Click the link in the description now.